We started off the year racing the little boat and decided we'd give it a go in the marathon. It went pretty well during the season, a few little teething problems. We had a few issues with the engine pre-marathon, it was making metal. So we pulled the motor out and we swapped one of the other motors in from Ryan Rogers' boat. We were running that for most of the marathon, well, as long as the marathon went for us anyway. We got some pretty good performance out of the boat. It's kind of been a bit of an anomaly. We put it together as a pre-boat and it performed pretty well. With a CFX motor in it previously. We decided to put the bigger CT motor in it and it went real well after that. And we were getting high 90s out of it, straight out of the box. And then once we got it up to Glendew Bay, we did some testing at height, at altitude, and we actually got quite a bit of performance out of it playing with the grills. But it wouldn't be on par with the tunnel as far as straight line speed. You have to fly it up on the wings, you can't have it on flat water. Why does the little boat go so well? It sticks to the water. It won't actually fly, but it also sticks to the water in the corners, so it handles very well. So it's pretty much fast everywhere. It doesn't have the same untidy cornering that a tunnel does. The mass start was interesting. We hadn't done one before. Everybody was doing 100 mile an hour on the trailer, so we weren't 100% sure how we were going to go because we knew we weren't. But as soon as the flag dropped, we got a good start. We were pretty quick out of the water. Justin got away real fast and we were chasing him up the lake. And I think Steve Rapsey was the only CX boat that actually passed us on the lake. We got a bit untidy in other people's wakes. Rob monstered us when he went past. And then we caught Steve in the river and managed to pass him in the river. The boat handled well in the rough water. We had a couple of big moments on the Clutha where we hit a big pressure wave / rock. And we had quite a big over rev. And then on the way down we had an even bigger over rev. We had quite a big launch coming down. We weren't really backing out of it, we probably should have nursed it a little bit more. And we did quite a lot of engine damage to the valves and the pistons. The motor didn't feel great when we left Glendew Bay. It just felt a bit doughy the next day. Coming into the river, it got a little bit better, but every time we turned left we lost RPM and every time we turned right we gained RPM. And I knew there was something strange going on and I'd said it to Dan all the way up the river. And that did that for 3 legs before it expired. So you have to drive it hard. You can't be too relaxed with this boat. You've got to push it to actually get the performance out of it, but it will handle it too. It can corner real quick, it can hold up in the corners, so you just push it into the corner and hold your foot down. But you can't drive a tunnel like that, you'll wind up backwards or like Bricky. You'll be all over the place, yeah. We've put this boat back together now, so it's good to go for the start of the season, but we've actually got another toy we're playing with at the moment, so that's going to be our future campaign. Whether that's the start of this season, we'll definitely be out of the box this season. So we're going to play with that. It's a TAC Marine 22-foot tunnel. We've had it for a little while now. Had a couple of incarnations in its life. It hasn't actually ever been raced. We bought a turbine off Regan, so it's got 777's old turbine in it now, so we've refitted it with that in it. And yeah, it's pretty much ready to go.